That was big. Got loose off the corner. Had to get completely out of the gate. Oh, he's got right rear fire. Right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Cinder, or no, as Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Well, you saw it. He had a big time wiggle off of 4. That thing, it saw him get out of the gas. The flames came out of both sides. And then Chastain absolutely.
They're all trying to build that run that Keselowski did.
Here goes the 3 car.
Will Dillon have help? No, they come down to block. Logano goes back up. Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow. Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Oh!
Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. Hard hit by Kyle Busch. Caution's out.
McDowell is first to the line, but will have to go back to the moment of caution, which ends the race. Brad Keselowski is climbing out. He's okay. Joey Logano, we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel.
Track. Junior will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members.
Or does he have a chance to win this race? Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Tyler Reddick for the win.
There, let's take a look.
Oh boy. My goodness.
Oh, and I'm sure Kyle was coming over to apologize.
Some sort of mechanical issue on the 5 car for him. Look at that. He is flying. Oh, gosh.
That was a hard wreck.
I think I'm okay, guys.
The 1 car of J.J. Yaley is involved. His Chevrolet has sustained some damage, but at over 185 miles an hour, 3 cars coming together. Eric McClure also sustaining damage in the 0 car.
88 car Keselowski.
Turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof. Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Newman got turned, went up in the air. As he came down, was hit by another car and launched.
Eric Jones around. Back across the field. The big one, part 2 at Daytona.
Yeah, they can't do this.
Stay high.
Nice straight. Did anybody hit you there, Kel?
A horrific crash for Kyle Busch, who slid through the infield grass and went head on.
And Keselowski, contact, Elliott, slam into the wall.
Are you kidding me?
Danica Patrick, Casey Kane.
Oh, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, took the wind out of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, that was
Elliott, Kane, here's Danica Patrick and Kevin Harvick.
And see Gragson maybe being able to make it the whole entire distance if he saved enough fuel. Down to 2 to go. Next time by, it's Gregson, Reddick, Brandon Jones, Myatt Snyder, and A.J. Allmendinger, and that is your top 5. Who's got enough fuel in the tank?
Whoa, trouble in turn number 3. One car into the wall, and Gregson gets him. The car that slides up and makes contact, that's David Starr. Noah Gregson goes piling into him, and extensive damage on the front nose of the Noah Gregson automobile.
Big development. Noah Gregson stays on the racetrack. The front end of that race car absolutely mashed in. He's going to try to continue. Now he's going to come to a complete stop right down here by the fire trucks at the exit of pit lane. Mike Bagley, the race leader, with only 2 laps to go.
It was like David Starr had a problem, Alex, because Noah started to pass him, and he was doing that on the outside.
Hamlin edges ahead. They touch! They touch, and here comes Kyle. Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't. Hard impact on the 11 car, head on. I don't like the looks of that.
Hard hit to the inside wall for Hamlin. A bounce off the outside wall for Logano.
He's going to the inside. Oh, not much you can do there, but Gibbs is going to get some help. His teammate, Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back end. Oh, into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
And it brought so many people into it. Look at all these cars. Good race cars, big impacts.
Yeah, only 6 cars have gone through already. Look at how many cars involved.
He's out front. He's pretty happy with his race car. He said back in the pack, it was a bit edgy, but as soon as he could get some clean air on that car, he said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
Side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there.
Back down, they block. The 60 goes around. Briscoe hard into the wall. And the window net coming down. He sees the flames coming out in the engine, and Briscoe.
Yeah, his window's net down. He's getting out.
Traction coming on a pit road.
Ooh.
He sees.
Oh, got one around here. Kaz Grala has wrecked the front end of his car. Coming off turn number 4 and comes to rest just past the start-finish line.
Got loose up off the corner. Oh, overcorrect. That's hard. That is a huge hit, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you learn.
All right, so he is communicating to his team on the radio.
Caution for the first time. Riley Herbst coming off turn 2. Tries to pull the slider, guys. AJ wasn't putting up with it.
I don't know if he was a fan of the move. It looks like Riley may have got a little loose, but I think AJ may have been decided that he didn't appreciate it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like,
tough.
You know, that's such a big commitment, right, from the 98, right? You're trying to slide somebody. The top is so much faster. And it looks like he got a little out of shape before AJ got to him, and then they just kind of came together, and the 98 ended up getting big damage. Probably a day ender.
Yeah, I'd say it's a day ender. And those guys were racing up there in 11th position.
To make it to the end. Look at Kyle Larson there, Rick. Almost lost it. How about that?
Yeah, it has been a very difficult race.
Oh, we got a crash, Rick, in turn 4.
Another one in turn 4. And so more issues. This time it's Cody Ware in the 51. Look out on pit road. And that is a very difficult situation, as Cody Ware was not able to control that car. Thankfully, no one was over the wall or on the wall at the time as he was coming in.
He almost impacted the end of pit wall at that opening to the garage area.
Happened in turn 4.
See sideways, back of the car around like he's spinning out right here in this shot, and then
You know, don't know why he was sideways, having a mechanical issue, tire down, don't know, and then got turned to the right and head on into the wall. Go earn them back, well, then you're hard on the tires then too. So I think you try to save some tire when you can.
Oh. And back up into the wall, the 97. And so Shane Van Gisbergen learning. That's a backup car, trying to continue to learn in the Xfinity Series.
Sorry about that, guys.
And he's been so good all year about that, about getting laps, finishing the races, and I think he's tied for second as finishing the most laps so far in the season.
First DNF because of an accident. It just gets around on him.
Then when he went to catch it, he caught the 29 as well. So Blaine Perkins, wrong place at the wrong time.
And this is hard on your confidence.
Rhodes make it stick around the outside while Chastain and Zane Smith go to the front. Friesen is going around, and the caution is going to come out.
Here, you see the 11 stopped. So Josh Williams was not aware, it looked like. The car slower than he was in front.
Well, I think it was the 31 that might have got
Parker
there first.
Retzlaff.
Yeah. Good to see Parker Retzlaff climbing out. You see the damage to the front and rear bumper, and then you mentioned Josh Williams' car.
And multiple things happened here.
Yeah, it started with the 5 first. He gets into the wall racing with Daniel Dye. And that got Anthony Alfredo off the pace. And then as he continued around off from turn 2, off the pace, that's when the others came on the scene. So here's the 5 racing with the 39 and the 10. 10, I think, gets a little free. Up the track, slight contact, but enough to bring the 5 all the way into the fence. Now the 5 has an issue and he's off the pace, right, Jeff? So the 10, we've seen this, right? Just tight or loose. I can't tell what he's struggling, but runs the 5 all the way to the wall.
Yeah, and then it 10's all the way on the bottom. And now the damage on this 5 car of Alfredo way up the racetrack. He cannot turn, right? So now we're on the exit of the corner. He's really slow. Contact now down the racetrack in front of.
Yeah, Parker Retzlaff doesn't see him.
Yeah, he was following another car. I didn't see that in the original view. So Parker Retzlaff is tucked up tight behind another car. Here we go.
Oh,
Suarez.
Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it. Oh, Buscher's upside down. I think he hooked a drain.
And there's the window net released, and Chris Buescher is seen moving inside the car. The AMR safety team is right there to his aid. And Daniel Suarez climbs out. He had a great race going tonight. Driver moves himself up to second place. In the wall hard goes Casey Kane.
Hold the brake, buddy. Hold the
Martin
brake.
Truex.
Hold the brake.
Wow, that was huge. Look at that car. And you think we're not going fast here?
Martin's all right. Unhooks his cool tube.
Look at that thing.
What a hit. And Casey Kane is moving around in his car.
Martin went over to check on him.
Darrell, that might be the hardest hit I've ever seen at this small a racetrack.
I tell you, that was amazing. Look at that race car. It is demolished.
You think they're not going fast here? Watch this.
Darrell, I get a feeling something happened to Martin Truex Jr. in that 56 as hard as he was driving it off in that corner.
Sure does.
I mean, he wasn't even able to slow it down, it didn't look like.
I bet well, it's hard to say about brakes, but that looks like a car that lost its brakes.
You behind you. One to go.
The white flag is out.
They're going to
Sauter
crash.
with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. Coming to the checkered flag, but the yellow is out. Watch the ride taken in the 4 truck on the outside, second in line. Peters gets bumped.
Looks like William Byron got jumped by the 86. Look at Timothy Peters on the inside as Christopher Bell tumbles down the front straightaway. Timothy all the way to the inside of the racetrack is, you know, a lot of new pavement down there, guys, and that makes such a huge difference. They don't get any grass, a lot of huge.
Told Denny to calm down just a little bit back there. Denny said he was just trying to learn for later.
Oh, no. Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Oh, crap.
Somebody was upside down. I don't know who it was.
Lap 63, caution number 3.
I would say it's that 21 car, it looks like, by looking at the roof.
Alex Bowman's in it. Somebody took a hard shot to the rear bumper that we saw on the onboard camera. Around it went. Ross Chastain involved. Now watch the 21 up high with Brad Keselowski behind.
He's flanked off that right-hand side.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Hard into the wall is the 43. Bubba Wallace slams the wall. That car at full speed. And that is the greatest view we could possibly see. The window net coming down. This was a massive hit.
It's in turn 1, which is the end of that long front straightaway. We talk about how fast they enter turn 1, over 200 miles an hour. When something happens.
And we've heard people talking about brake issues and having an issue with brakes. The speed at which we saw Bubba Wallace just hit that wall, it almost looked as though he didn't have brakes.
Oh, no brakes.
Not a fan of this, Rick. I've seen this before. Jeff Gordon and I were here. We had a brake failure. He took that same left-hand turn. Dale, you have to assume, seeing the 43 down in the left in the grass, he's trying to do anything to slow that car down. And what a heavy, heavy impact into that safer barrier.
He's right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard, and the wall goes William Byron.
Nose is in heavy.
Oh, Byron went in hard.
Oh. Matt Kent's has piled into Byron right to the 14 car right at the end there. 24 set down here on fire. 37, the 1. That was a huge wreck.
Chris Buescher involved.
You can see William moving around a little bit.
That's Ty Dillon.
There. He's out of the car now.
Matt Kenseth, and William Byron climbs out after an incredibly hard hit.
I'm not sure what happened, but remember, William only took 2 tires.
Oh boy, they're 4 wide there.
Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath.
He just starts spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked, nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman.
2 laps to go when we come around this time. And there goes Daniel Hemrick off the bumper of Sheldon Creed. And this is the big one here at Talladega.
Oh my. Got one upside down. Is that Daniel Hemrick?
That's Hemrick upside down.
Most of the field is caught up in this wreck. Only a handful of cars are driving by us right now. So I hope Daniel's okay.
Second time today we've had a car upside down at Talladega. This one happens with 2 laps to go.
Panel into the corner.
The lever's going to drive it off in there deep. Oh.
Get loose.
Up.
That wiggle may have opened the door.
Oh.
Take the lead hard into the wall. Austin Hill, Truex around.
Yeah, spinning down through the pits here.
John Hunter Nemechek going for a ride, saves it and rights the ship.
Point standings prior to Rudeman getting out of this car, moving into the 44 to replace the now retired Dale Jarrett in the UPS car. There was some talk of whether the team could switch points.
Whoa, guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
Michael's moving around in the car. My goodness, that car just hooked, went straight in.
It did that hook and go up the hill, man.
And that was a incredibly hard impact into the safer barrier.
Look at that safer barrier right there, how it just crushed all that stuff.
That is good, though.
Oh, no,
means
it's
that
great.
thing moved.
It's great. It's just incredible how hard it hit.
And then the flipping helped the car dissipate the remaining energy, parts flying off it.
Look at that. Look at that.
Goodness. And a wave to the fans.
My goodness.
That says so much.
Looking to make it 4. Oh, that is not good. There's 4 wide. I knew it would happen.
Truck's not stable, and it's going to send Gilliland around, and big wreck. That is big damage to Gilliland and Stuart Friesen.
And that's just 4 wide, Jamie.
Tate Fogelman in the 12 took big damage there as well. Oh, what a tough finish for Todd Gilliland.
Vince, I've been 4 wide at Daytona before, but it was an accident. You know,
that was an accident.
Yeah, so was that.
That resulted in an accident, but they were pushing to be 4 wide on purpose.
And on that 12 truck of Fogelman.
Racetrack.
Once again, Chase Elliott leading that inside line.
Kevin Harvick, he's looking in the mirror more than he's looking out the front windshield. You gotta pay attention to what's going on behind you. Do not get a big run and get ahead of them too far.
3 Fords have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick.
Oh,
and around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield. Caution has come out. He's on his wheels. There was fire off the left side of the car. A huge barrel roll for Preece and the AMR safety crew there to him. Another look at how this happened.
Going down the back straightaway, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43 car, and it's airborne. I mean, I thought that maybe it hit, you know, the road course or some curbing or something on the road course. The kink lifted that car, but it was just traveling so fast.
It happened right when it got in the grass. As soon as it got in the grass, that's when it started to lift. And then this is just violent. I mean, look at this car. That is just amazing that something that weighs over 3,500 pounds get in the air like that.
It looks like a toy car flying through the air. But as you mentioned, Jeff, 3,500 pounds. himself into the playoffs with a potential win here in Chicago.
And Bowman's walking away from Joey Hand, coming into turn number 1 again. He's starting to lengthen it out. John Hunter Nemechek. Trouble out of turn number 12. Oh, right in front of Austin Dillon. Heads up piece of driving by Dillon, who almost collects John Hunter Nemechek. While the leaders again clear turn 2.
In the 20. This was off from, I believe, turn 12, the 42 with a big shot to the side of the car. On the bottom right, though, you see the 48 of Bowman.
Commit to running as long as they can, but these guys
the wreck trouble here, turn 3. It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what happened. You couldn't do that. They were single file.
The air cleaner is completely off of Eric Jones's car.
Now, this is the group, the Toyota group, guys. They were single file driving off, as Kevin was talking about, getting into turn 3.
What in the world?
Denny Hamlin is in it, down in the apron. Oh, and John Hunter Nemechek as well. So that is half or more of the Toyotas are taken out in this crash. Eric Jones has put the winner net down. The AMR safety team is right there.
Nemechek, you see, starts with the 42 car into the 23.
Well,
see him move up. The 23 actually gets in it. And Jones, and then they start moving around, stacking them up.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what we were talking about earlier over that tunnel, you see the back of those cars moving around. Look at that. See the back of the cars moving around, and as they're moving around, they come down and they're all connected in a they're not lined up, I guess is the best way to put it. It just gets them out of whack.
Now Denny Hamlin was.
And this time the man out front, Tyler Reddick.
That thing took off really fast, that restart, right? You look at the first 3-4 laps of a car firing off. That means so much. Here they are wrecking on the front straightaway.
11th caution, Alex LeBay spinning in the 36. Heavy damage for he and others.
One, your fault. That dude wiped you out. You're on the bottom. Looked like you came up.
There's the Yaley car. Saw Patrick Emmerling there. Jesse Awuji. Our longest green flag stretch today, 22 laps. That was the start of the race.
Oh, you see the 36 get loose. Alex LeBay.
Yeah, and he just in that same spot that we've seen a couple times today, in that second groove, kind of in a pack, and just loses the car, just gets light on the air on the car right there, and he just, if you're right on the edge, it just pushes it over. That's a huge hit.
Oh, yeah, JJ.
Bell got one from Busch, but it's going to be Reddick that'll get the fender out in front. Side by side into 2. They make contact. Reddick and Bell hard into the outside wall. Everybody races to their inside, and just a sledgehammer shot into the safer barrier as the front 2 crash with 8 laps to go at the Brickyard.
Sorry.
Side by side heading down into turn 1. They are connected to the 20 wiggles. I don't think really Reddick did anything wrong, nor did Christopher Bell. That was actually into turn 2. He tries to get on the door of the 20, which is, I think, what Reddick has to do. That's how you win the race. And Christopher Bell stays in the gas because that's what he has to do. And it's just not enough grip in the 20 car. You see the wiggles as he goes up the racetrack. Guess what? Reddick's there. So Reddick may have said on the radio that he took.
47 went around, I think maybe another tire, I'm not sure.
Oh, and he gets piled into by Austin Cindric.
And the right rear is down. Right rear's on the wheel.
And a freaking tire go down again.
Enters into turn 3, boom. You can see exactly the same situation that happened with the 8 of Tyler Reddick. The tire goes down, you can see the wheel digging into the racetrack, creating that streak.
Blaney got through.
Crashing into the wall. Bowman.
Alex Bowman. And you see the right side damage for Bowman.
Okay, Road, hang on a sec here.
And it happens in 3 and 4.
I can't drive the rest of it.
On the razor's edge, these drivers, and maybe just stepped over that edge for Alex Bowman. He was running in the 8th position.
Come on, nobody else coming to you guys.
Watch right here. Car just comes around very fast. You have to imagine there had to have been a tire issue as the right rear tire is down right there. But the way that car come around so quickly here, we'll ride along. I don't know if it's the bump. It looked like the bump upset the car. But, man, turn 3 and 4, one way or another, it's been difficult on these cars. I think the bumps are upsetting the cars and the guys are wrecking, but I also think the tire issues are being created through these bumps.
Great side-by-side battle, Drew, with just a bit of an advantage, not for long. The last 24 races, one.
Oh! The leader's wrecked. 18. Drew Dollar gets into the 20 of Corey Heim. They're both wrecked in the infield. You heard it there, frustration on the radio as the caution waves for the third time today.
And that's the tough part. They were racing really hard for the lead. You know, Corey was right on the door of the 18 car, so they get the end result of the drag race here, and Corey's just taking all the air off the side of the 18. He just got a little loose. There's a bit of a gap, and that's the thing. New tires, talking about freeing up the race car. You've got new tires. The track's been changing. You get the first try to get back out there, and obviously the 18 was just a little too free, and wasn't any room.
Listen to the throttle. Listen to the throttle here.
Wow.
I don't think there's a lot of damage to that.
Whoa! Oh, Kobayashi and Stenhouse.
Well, we got quite the kerfuffle right there.
Quite the what? What did you say?
Kerfuffle.
That's a Ken Squire term. That must go back, I don't know, 30, 40 years.
Oh, got a tap. Well, he's not done with him yet.
Well, I've heard of the 3-tap rule, but that was
got him back.
That was kind of the bump and dump right there.
Jeff Gordon did that exact same thing to me at Martinsville one time. I moved him up out of the way and spun him out, and he floored it. I heard him gas it up and hit me, spun me in the wrong direction.
Well, this is turn 8, all that dirt.
Yeah,
it looked like Stenhouse was trying to knock him out of the groove and put him in the dirt right there, and wound up getting him into the left rear tire of his own car.
And now, under caution, Juan Pablo Montoya has crashed and gone aflame.
Holy cow, what happened?
We just got a report that he was complaining about a bad vibration in every gear.
No, Larry, he just slammed
into the jet dryer.
I think he slammed into the jet dryer.
They're trying to clear debris off the racetrack, and the car brakes, won't steer, and he slides up the track and into the back of that surplus helicopter jet engine on a trailer used to dry the racetrack.
Larry, Mike, I saw sparks coming out from the car as if it had a tire down or something. What an incredible turn of events. I've never in my life. Oh my gosh.
Race of anybody, and so it is drying out. It is going to get more racing.
What happened? A problem for Ty Gibbs. This is in the front.
Oh, wow.
Straightaway chicane, the Shelton chicane.
I heard the crowd in the background, and I wasn't sure what happened.
Oh, what? Oh, my gosh. He just gets tagged by Jesse Awuji.
What is he thinking?
How does that happen?
Yeah, we got to get another replay.
Better than the 5. Just take care of your stuff. If you can pad the fuel, that's fine, but don't let him get close to you.
Oh, big contact from the 15 of Joey Hand. This might bring the caution out that the 3 was looking for, those fresh tires. Stack them up and do it again. This could get interesting, Rick.
Caution comes out for the 4th time. He was running 15th.
Yeah, some heavy damage.
Right rear quarter damage. Spoiler looks
he just gets loose. So he pulls to the inside of the 19 to make the pass, just loses the back of the car. In the old car, we would have talked about wheel hop into that tire barrier. You see the space behind the tire barrier. That's on purpose to allow that to slide. So I think he just locks the rear tires or just gets loose. There's still road time. I didn't see a tire slide. Just too much speed. Misjudged the end.
Back to 5th. There's for 2nd place. Martin Truex Jr. in the 56 is through the runner-up spot behind leader Matt Kenseth.
We're seeing a lot more give and take. Trouble.
Well, didn't get it out of my mouth. David Reagan in the 6, Regan Smith in the 78.
I was going to say we were seeing more give and take because the track is green.
Part of the track, easy to get loose, especially beside a car. Almost took Casey Kane out. Kind of synchronized spinning right there. Yeah, that was very well synchronized. was almost really two incidents. You see David Reagan getting loose, then Regan Smith getting loose, trying to stay off of him.
But he's still digging. They're in the 12th spot. And they go around again. Lane Riggs is around. There's Daniel Dye makes it through the 66, has big issues now. That's Cam Waters.
I think he he may have run into the back of his teammate, Jake Garcia. Said Waters is spraying water, Jamie?
I did say that.
You got to say stuff like that every now and then.
What a day for Cam. Hard to tell what happened to Riggs there.
Looks like just a slight nudge by Grant in the 9 truck.
Try to see the 66. You're exactly right. Oh, big hit into the back of Jake Garcia, his teammate.
I see Daniel Dye slipping through that mess. Maybe we
did.
Get him, see what he sees. Oh, barely enough room to slip through there.
That dude, like, he's just gonna get us both screwed. He'd be faster if he ran the fence and not my freaking door.
Calm down, calm down. We still got a race to run here. He made it through. He's unscathed. He doesn't have damage. You don't have damage. Still got a race to run.
A positive note, the fact that we can rip the bottom like that says a lot about our race car.
And there you can hear Anthony settled down at the end. He'll restart 10th, guys.
A couple donuts on the side of that car.
Couple donuts. It's going to be an interesting restart. A couple new players at the front of the field. Sieg, Haley, Moffitt, Hill, Annette, Brown.
With only 30 laps left.
Yeah, it's going to
make your way through this field.
29 to go now as the green flag flies once again. Haley, not a great restart here as Ryan Sieg gets off to a good start. And now they're 4 wide going into 1.
That's it.
Oh, and around goes the 7. Hard into the outside wall.
Buddy, hang on. Hang on.
On the apron, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2. Looks like the 18 back there of Riley Herbst also.
Row accelerate, but 2 or 3 rows back. That 7 of Justin Allgaier gets a big run, goes to the apron. Next thing we know, we're 4 wide on the apron, Jeff.
Yeah, everybody's got to go. Everybody has tires trying to get in track position, and Allgaier was just on the apron, entered the corner on the apron, and ended up getting up into the side of the 21.
Yeah, he ran out of, I mean, at some point, you have to make the corner. The corner has the banking. There were so many cars above him, he couldn't get up on the banking. It looked like he lost control. Take another look at it. Focus on that bright red or orange number 7 back here. That's kind of where the whole thing starts.
And normally you think you're going to get down here, you're going to slide up into the racetrack, but he just never had a chance to. Allgaier just
big run from that push on the 98. Caution out.
Hard caution.
Caution, 8 laps remaining. It's our 11th caution of the day. That's a new record at Atlanta, and this time it's out for the 31 of Parker Retzloff, the rookie out of Wisconsin.
Man, that was about to get big in the turn 1. I think that was a run. He may have said, okay, it was timed out perfectly to where Parker was going to be able to go to the bottom in the 1 and maybe make that move if he wanted to. We'll have to see how this restart goes now.
You know, we could be looking at an overtime.
See off in the distance, he got loose and then, ooh, pretty good hit to the right front into the wall in the corner like that.
You know, this caution could be a good thing for those drivers that had been out longer because the caution lap's obviously better on your fuel mileage.
Caution.
And there's going to be another one. The 00 Quinn Houff went around.
So much give and take during that sequence of events right there, Jeff. I know that's not going to be the case late in this race, but a lot of guys are letting each other in line, really cutting each other break on corner entry. Impressed by that. Didn't expect to see that today.
So if you're Denny Hamlin, what do you do as we're seeing once again the 52 now, Josh Bilicki?
Here's what happened a few laps ago.
Oh, Bilicki got loose into the corner. They got some issues with that car since he crashed, and he lost the back end getting in the corner. Takes the 00 up the racetrack, and the 00 obviously frustrated and under caution shows his frustration to Bilicki. Bilicki with all that damage, you know, the track bar, everything's all bent and moved around on that rear clip, and that car's not going to drive the way it is, and went down in there and took out a...
Those hot tires actually take the rubber off the racetrack. We'll watch as they run. The track will get darker, and the shade will become, as we have another yellow.
Again.
Holy smokes. I couldn't even get it out that we were going to have rubber put on the racetrack because they don't run long enough to put me down.
It's the 40 of Chad Fincham, and a lot of damage to the left front and left side of that car.
Well, there's a lot of drivers in those Cup motorhomes right now.
Garage right there.
Because this would happen.
Reed Sorensen as well, but there the 40 got into the back of the 39 and then hard contact with the wall.
But like the 90 car, Brandon Brown just didn't anticipate the 15 slowing down and got into the back of him. Oh, big hit.
Those are bigger hits than you think, too. Man, those are. And that's an area that Dover has changed over the years. The softball used to come to an end right about corner exit, and there were standard walls down both straightaways. But over the last few years, Dover continually improving their racetrack and their facilities by adding that softball.
So see this stack up? The 07 had trouble, the 39 slowed down, the 40 slowed down, and the 90 just didn't get slowed down. It all started.
12 car, Sam Hornish.
Hit for left rear tire, guys. Be ready for left side.
Oh, and he gets hit a second time.
Nosed into the fence and come back down the hill. Got hit in the right rear.
Oh, that is Timmy Hill.
Yeah, it's before his car. Barely caught Sam.
The 12 may have cut a left rear tire down, whether that was in racing action with someone got against it. Sam, see that left rear is down as he enters the corner.
And we mentioned just a moment ago, as you take another look at it, this is going to be pretty wicked.
You see Timmy trying to get to the bottom, just not able to get all the way clear.
Austin Dillon, Sam Hornish were looking for first.
Turn 3 and 4.
Couple cars collected, including the 78. That's B.J. McLeod.
So you'll see, Anthony, a little bit of contact there. Was that?
He got a little help from the 7, I believe, of Corey LaJoy.
Yeah, it looks to me like the 7 just sent.
Nowhere for B.J. McLeod to go. He gets into the left front.
77 collects.
Yeah, huge contact
as well.
77.
Back there with Todd Bodine, Eric Darnell lurking.
Jack Sprague at the end.
Oh, we got problems with the 11 of David Starr. He gets into the inside wall. Hard contact. That brings out our 7th caution of the day.
David was in a hard battle with the 14 of Rick Crawford and the 88 of Matt Kraft, and considerable amount of damage to the front of that Red Horse Toyota.
Track position being so pivotal on this racetrack, we would expect to see all of our lead lap safety net down. He was on the inside of the 14 as we look back here.
He got in the throttle a little bit and then actually made just a little bit of contact with Rick, and that just sent him towards the inside. He's going to make hard contact with that inside wall right there.
You see that so many times when a truck on the inside gets together. It's like an automatic touch, and it just shoves the nose to the inside, and he spins them, spin out. And that's exactly what happened to David Starr there.
We saw Bobby East get loose coming off turn number 2 early in the race, and he made contact with that inside wall. We're going to see another view of it. You see David's already extremely loose when he made contact with the 14 of Rick Crawford, but that's at speed, so that's
3 and 4 wide going through turn 1 on this restart.
Oh no, back
up into the
back.
wall, and a couple get caught up. The 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. There's the 71. That's Zane Smith. They were trying to exit one.
I think no really big contact here. We didn't nose it into the inside.
They were exiting turn 1, and there were 3 wide.
McDowell on the outside. Yeah, I just think Nemechek, Zane, they made contact. Wasn't enough room. I'm not so sure they knew McDowell was there. Yeah, just Nemechek up the racetrack into Zane, and Zane into McDowell, and those two got the worst of it. That's a contact with the inside wall.
It's actually a great view of that inside wall. Jeff, you know, at the beginning of the show, Rick, you and I talked about some of the huge wrecks here. We saw Elliott Sadler, one of the most famous on this backstretch. Pocono made huge improvements years ago of lining this entire inside, and why you think it's crazy because the wall's closer.
Where the KBM trucks jumped on the bottom, but it'd be interesting to see what they make as far as the call. Eckes probably took off first, and then the KBM trucks pounced.
Corey Heim with the lead, the white flag. The next flag would end it.
Got to crash in 2.
Eckes down the backstretch, and they have crashed in turn 2, and that will bring out the caution, and that will mean that Corey Heim is the winner. The restart deemed good by NASCAR, and the finish great for Corey Heim.
You know where all of that came from for Heim? It was the decision on, well, here's the final yellow.
Kraus gets into Hosevart, look like. And watch this contact. Oh, man. That's as hard as it gets.
That was big.
Man,
I'm so glad to see.
Oh, jeez. Is that the 92?
That is a big hit.
I think that's the 92. He was... Oh, man.
Yellow's out.
It better be. Is the window net down? He's moving. Whoa, something broke. Something broke in the car. Oh, my God. Something broke in the car. Man, we got to get him. We got to talk to him, find out what the heck happened there.
Here's Briscoe right behind him, and Kyle Larson begins to loom large in these rear view mirrors for the 2 that lead the way through 4, now into 5 and turn 6.
All of that contact between the 2 leaders is allowed. Larson, oh, the 24 is spinning. The 24's, oh, there's multiple cars into the wall here. There must be oil or some kind of fluid down on the racetrack right there in turn. We got more cars coming in.
William Byron is reporting that the curb came up. He hit the curb in the 24.
Yeah, the curbing is coming up, and that's what everyone hit when they were coming through there in turn 6. The curbing comes up, catches a bunch of the cars, the front ends of the cars, and numerous cars are destroyed. Take a look at what happened to Daniel Suarez's car. The 22 of Legato also involved. That curbing that we've seen them.
Looks like he gets turned by the 20. You can already see some cars having trouble with that curb and debris going everywhere. Truex gets spun around right here. He's riding on top of the roof cam. Lifted out of the gas, I assume, because he's seeing the debris and uncertain about what was in front of him. Now here is watch the 24 car here. Boom! Destroys the splitter. The car just spins out. Everyone behind him piles in. And it ain't over. More cars are going to come sliding into this because you're committed. Once you're committed to that kink, you can't avoid.